these haven't all reset. And I know there's that food over there, I just don't have any interest. Like seriously, you really don't get much true iron. Also, be careful of the tanking dummy. It can just obliterate you. I actually had Delvar here, the Iron Fist dwarf bodyguard guy. That demolished him. So, like, be careful. Stoutman 54. It cloaks the user in the stealth field as long as they stand still, and it lasts for up to 6 seconds after moving. And it shares a cooldown with non-healing potions. So, I did everything. So, alright. Wish they kind of use the bounty board more. Oh, it opens the adventurer guide. I suppose that's something. So anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, I have to head out and have a chat about the boats. See if they've gotten up to hand. And they have. They have finished toxic behavior and the blockade. And the reason why they're asking like a new elemental rune thing was this is still going on. 3 hours and that'll take 7. Well, nearly 8. Nearly have another elemental rune. I have 197. I need 300, so I need like 103 more runes. And yeah, I'll basically have it substantially quicker than basically I thought I was gonna have it. But still, it's gonna take a while. Honestly, I don't know how you defeat a storm in combat there. I'm getting kind of confused by that. It's, so, marked down like an enemy. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. I was worried I would kind of fail, because, which would mean I lose the ship. Oh, well, possibly lose a ship. You have a chance of it. Ooh, brilliant! I thought they had these kind of quests. Rack and Rune. Enemy subs have taken a sudden interest in this area. They may be tracking an elemental rune. In the wrong hands, it could prove devastating. I wonder if they have Highmaul ones, in, boat missions. It'd be interesting. It's all the rage. Orcish coat armor is just as comfortable as ours. Tell your magi they will seize and wear this cargo. No exceptions, gnomes. Make it work. Stop complaining, you never know. They might not smell that bad. Bring home the bacon. Frostport Point is tactically worthless. It hardly merits a carrier patrol. Somehow the Horde has discovered our plans to export the area's boars. The Cerulean Lagoon. The name sounds peaceful, but your crew should wear gas masks. The atmosphere here tends to be toxic, which is doubtless why the sub sent a Horde. The Horde sent a sub. No loss of suction, sink or swim, ruka. Iron Horde vessels are often attacked by lobstrock here, so Hellscream means to slay their matriarch. Coming to our aid will be in our best interests. Transport escort. The transport ships are required to deliver troops to battle or load up valuable cargo. Take a transport on this training mission and ensure it reaches its destination intact. Okay, let's do this blockade. Assault the Iron Horde defense in the barrier sea to gain access to the waters around Tanan. Success grants access to Hellfire Citadel naval missions. That's kind of nice. Okay. Draenor crew, which counters dense fog, and there are Pandaren crew, which gives them bonus along missions. Wish I had a human destroyer crew, elven destroyer crew, purely because that would reduce the length of time it would take to, complete a mission. So 88, 88. So I would have 88 chance for but it would take 2 hours. Or 4 hours. Sorry. 4 hours with, guaranteed. Let's take the guarantee. I don't feel like gambling. Let's see if I'm worth it here. Well, never mind worth it. Can I even do it? This. Apparently this is only a 4-hour thing. But it seems it might only give a single elemental rune. Like other things are more exact in their rewards. Like 2,000 air. Does this... I don't know if that only gives a single one or not. Well, mutineers were... I've read that before. I hope it gives more than one. That'd be... not really worth your time if it didn't. I'll check my phone. Might give, a random amount. Be brilliant. Here's 300. Okay. 1 second. Hey folks, and I'm back. Having a look. On Wowhead. Comments. Someone... It says they, got... Sorry, my mind's blanking because I was wondering how do I phrase this. Apparently you got 20 from it. So, that's pretty good. At least that's what they're claiming. If it's true or not, I have no clue. I'll soon enough have the upgrading the fleet mission done. Just take a bit of time. Then I can start working on churning out some more boats. I've all the dailies done in Tanan for now, until they'll be reset. But I'm thinking I'll grab a few missives and start working on getting more crystals. Okay. Let's see what I have. I'm going to take a picture of my phone because I won't remember and I don't have like a nearby journal or something to write this down into. Just prop the phone up and go in. I know this one, this content, the scouting missives, mightn't be the most interesting stuff, but it's just a case of it gives me a ton of crystals and it needs to be done. It seems to be a good way of getting the extra resources I need. These only help garrison defenses. Well, that works anywhere, but yeah. What's this? Oh, Shattered Harbor. I have a second one in my inventory. So maybe the moment I finish the other one, I can go straight into this, a second one of it. And I think I bought a second one of these. Have I read these before? I don't know. I'll just go to the journal and read them. I'll start in Nagrand. Actually, no. Where should I start? You know what? I'll actually start them in a second. I'll go explore more Frostfire Rage, then I'll deal with them. Okay. Let's start with as Warsong Raiders out of Blizzard. Don't do that. Does that even help? No. Like seriously. There's been a resurgence of Rylax on the battlefield in their skirmishes against the Iron Horde. If we don't stop them at the source, I didn't scroll there at that time. Maybe it's the map thing. I don't know. If we don't stop them at the source, we'll quickly lose the roads and be pushed back into our outposts. The most likely source of these additional Rylax is in the southeastern Shadowmoon Valley at Darktide Roost. We move quickly. We should still have time to get ahead of the problem. It's been waiting months for me to solve it. Warsong Outriders out of Margol Outwatch Post have... One second. Hey folks, and welcome to a bit of post-commentary here. There's a reason for it. There's a bit of background noise going on in the background of my current commentary, like this post. I don't know what to call the commentary I was doing at the time. Mum really gets into the Christmassy spirit very early. Like, this was recorded back on the 8th of November. Who knows when this will go up? It might be, January. No clue. Actually, no, probably be late December, if I'm. Then again, I have no clue. But regardless, she got into Christmassy spirit quite early, and her ringtone was Jingle Bells. And I looked it up. Apparently, some site was claiming it was, there's no IP on it, but copyright, and it's like in public domain. I don't know how accurate that is, so I'm gonna have to re-record 11 minutes, so it's not too big of a deal. It actually starts playing first. The one time I noticed it, just here in a moment. I actually noticed it myself in the recording, but I thought it was just his own background ambience. Didn't realize it was a ringtone. But apparently it actually played multiple times throughout it. Someone was calling Mum on her phone, and, well, yeah, it apparently played multiple times. But I only heard it that once, so I have no clue where else it is in the video. So this is just the easiest solution. I've actually no idea what I missed, like what I commentated here, if there's anything, funny or anything I said, in case I want to repeat it or something. A moment ago when I ran back into the camp with the Fight Master and whatnot, I was just trying to figure out, was that an in-game sound effect? Say, for the camp, they had a little whistle going, it almost sounded like Jingle Bells being played on a tin whistle kind of sound effect. Then I was just noticing the quest NPC, and now I'm just investigating this box here. Gem encrusted blood mold jewelry box. There's nothing really that interesting in there. So, just have to go around and finish exploring here. I actually remember, I don't finish it here in this episode. I come back in a few days and have some fun time trying to finish it. I was trying to discover some place in top left-hand corner, and I was just kept going to the wrong part. I kept exploring the giant massive building up there. It wasn't actually the part I needed to explore. There's a chasm next to it, and that's what you're actually meant to explore. It was annoying. I eventually, discovered it and all that. Oh, here I'm just noticing the Shadow Hunter, the Horde NPC. I've no idea would she attack me if I got too close or what. Because, she is flagged as hostile. Never know how the NPCs will work. Here I was just commenting on, kind of nice if we could free him, but I know Horde Alliance Divide, but thought they were working together somewhat for this expansion. Then again, in the Legion expansion, they're meant to be working together, but there's still world PvP going on. I guess you could argue, even if some people are meant to put their grudges aside for the greater good, some people won't do that quite as well as they should do. Kind of what I give an example in later on recording, but there's a character, or maybe it was an earlier one. No, I probably said it in both cases. There's a human general. Don't remember the guy's name, but he's from Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne. You see him during Chaos, um, like the Blood Elf Prince King guy. At the time, he was just like a prince. Um, oh, did he ever truly become king? The final boss of Majesty's Terrace and final boss of Tempest Keep. That guy. You actually plays him in Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne, and he is working for the Alliance at the stage early on in his campaign, and the human general in it really does that he's working for really does not like anyone who isn't human. Even though they're fighting the Scourge and the Scourge is wrecking the land, he really does not like anyone who isn't human. He dislikes his dwarven tank drivers, and I'll be honest, you shouldn't be shitting on and insulting the people driving your tanks, nor should you be doing the same to incredibly powerful elves. He also later on takes away most of the heavy units that Kale has. He takes away his knights and mortar units, and Kale doesn't have access to siege tanks, and then orders Kale to take on a Scourge base. Part of me wonders, was this actually intended to be a suicide mission? Like, Kale wins, he's dealt with a Scourge army. Kale loses, well, he just lost an elf, that's all. But the guy, I don't think he's an antagonist, he's kind of peripheral, really. Especially considering, Burning Legion, Witch King, Scourge, all that. He's, just a dumbass with power. Well, some degree of power. Who isn't mentioned at all, wow, he's pretty much forgotten. I do plan on getting to Frozen Throne at some stage. I just have to wait till I can, play Frozen Throne. I'm on a Mac, and Mac is no longer supported for Warcraft 3, nor the more newer Windows things, but apparently Windows 7 plays it, if I remember correctly. Or at the very least, they'll have service packs that will do so. Let me start again. They'll have service packs that allow me to play. I can't remember what the hell I'm trying to say here. Service packs to allow me say if it doesn't work well with Windows 7, I can use a service pack and it'll be like I'm playing with XP or something. At least I think that's how it works. I never really understood it. To be honest, some programs are just utterly bizarre. I remember being able to play Dungeon Siege 1 on my Windows Vista laptop. My Vista laptop was actually incredibly reliable, much more so than my Windows 8 laptop. But regardless, my Windows Vista laptop could play Dungeon Siege 1, an old game. Well, old enough game at least. While it couldn't play Dungeon Siege 2 due to compatibility issues, I presume. So, I'm good enough to record videos and all that, but tech confuses the hell out of me sometimes. So, yeah, you may notice me doing stuff in the background. I've kind of went off on my own detour. Also, I was actually complimenting, like the wind effect going up on the rocks there. It does look pretty nice. And I just noted, I'm just going in here to grab a rare item. A damaged high mall artifact. I'm just randomly buffeting the stone with, random fire magic. And if you get too close, this happens. Time walking. Walking through a time warp. Wasn't there some song from the 70s about, doing a time warp or something? Because that's all I can think of right now. And walking through that gives you a speed buff. 50% speed increase, it's called time anomaly. It only goes for like 4 or 5 seconds. And you can loot these as you're going past. I got a Gron caught lion wrapping. For a moment I was going to say Gron skin. Kind of creepy. With time warped, frozen in by a strange power. Something to that effect. I didn't get to fully read the buff. You may want to go back and have a look if you want to see it yourself. So 5 gold, and I got 9 gold, 10 off that guy. Strange, window to see it in though. You'd think I would have just got it over in the left-hand text box, but I didn't, for whatever reason. For a moment there, I thought I was going to forget this guy. I do wonder if the Horde figure out what happens here, or is this something that just goes unexplained? Because, while in maybe some games, theory crafting and all that could work, I don't think there is actually anything we know of in WoW that has this power. Or even if there is someone in WoW that has this power, we don't know if it's actually here or not. Like, the one thing jumping in my mind right now is, are they like the Twilights up to something? Because, this doesn't fit their MO. And by Twilights and all that, I don't mean like Twilight Hammer or something. I mean Twilight Dragons. They're basically, I think, fallen or corrupted or bronze dragons. I actually kind of like that snowfall effect there. It's nice. Just to kind of notice it there in the watch and post. But yeah, they typically go back in time and try and alter, like, say, the calling of Stratholme, or I think they're associated with the they're associated with the guy from Karazhan aiding the orcs. I can't remember his name right now. Medivh. They tried to stop him from doing it. We had to go back in time and protect him. Similarly, we had to go back. Yes, we had to go back in time. Back in time and stop. Aid artists in the calling struggle because have to protect the time continuity and all that. I remember actually back when I was going to go kill this rare, I actually felt really bad for it. It's, cold stomped a Griever in some, a cleft hoof graveyard. And so I was probably grieving because it saw its corpse over to the right. But, kind of feel bad for it. I know it's a bunch of ones and zeros, but, sentimental, or maybe, sentimental is the wrong word, but whatever. You get what I mean. Anyway, folks, this has come to an end. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll be back soon to record more. Talk to you soon. Hey, folks, and welcome to a bit of post-commentary. Hey. I record this a ton. Let's keep it simple. Medivh is connected to the Twilight, the infinite, I misspoke so many times. Infinite Dragonflight is not connected in the slightest. He's as connected as the heroes of Azeroth are. Now, secondly, their motivations of the Infinite Dragonflight are mostly unknown. If you listen to their crazed leader, a fallen Stone, who basically the old god's whisperings get to him. He knows how he's going to die. They basically persuade him to try and, take fate into his own hands and try and, shatter the timelines. He claims he's trying to prevent a worse end time. But his way of preventing it he targets certain major points in history, such as the opening of the Dark Portal, the calling of Stratholme, Troll escaping captivity. Things that will greatly change how Azeroth, depending on how history would have, unfolded from those changes, say if you've succeeded. Obviously, if the Dark Portal didn't open, Troll wouldn't be in Azeroth, but regardless of which one you go for, the Night Elves would never have been met. The Tauren would never have been, allied with by the Horde. Or anyone, full stop. They would have likely been killed by Centaur. Or they might have survived, but greatly wounded. History would have gone down quite a lot differently. So part of me wonders, even though they're claiming to prevent a worse end time, they seem to almost be trying to keep the defenders of Azeroth, the people of Azeroth, separate and divided. I don't know. They're like their motivation that are fully known. It's just like one comment by a single boss saying they're trying to prevent a worse end time. But the boss is not in his right mind, so yeah. Maybe he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And, can't be taken at his word. I have no clue. But yeah, basically what I'm getting at is it wouldn't be in their motivation, like wouldn't be part of their MO to mess with a random tower in Frostfire. In all likelihood, it's a new thing introduced in Warlords of Draenor that I just don't know of because I haven't gotten there on a Horde alt yet. I will get there at some stage. I'm working on. I'm sending an email to my aunt to get new names for my alts. I tried to name them myself, but I think of new names. Yeah, one name I came up with, Orsha, taking the first two letters of Orc, first two letters of Shaman. Turns out to be a town somewhere, so I can't name him that. Then I got Hugh, Hugue, or something. I don't remember. But yeah, that turns out to be a person's name. I'm not sure if it's a real person's name or, person from fiction, but I don't think I can use that name either. So, I'm going to have to ask my aunt for a bit of help on that front. So, eventually I'll get back to, recording those characters. So, I've also Witcher stuff to record. I have WoW to record. I have to finish off War for the Overworld and record Ancient Space. Or something. I can never remember that name. It's something Space. I think it was made by Paradox, or at least published by them. So anyway, folks, I'm going to end this here because the longer I talk, the more I'll say something, and even if it's perfectly fine and perfectly usable, I'll end up feeling I should junk it. So, I'll talk to you next time. Just so you know, because I'm mentioning, I have to do this and this and this and that, likely this will be released sometime in December. Just so you know, I'm recording this bit of post-commentary on the 22nd of November. I don't remember when I recorded the other bit. Maybe the 21st or the 20th. I don't know. So likely 21st. Well, it's all after blurring. Days and nights kind of blur together for me. So I have no clue. So I'll talk to you next time, folks. Adios.